If you are struggling with something right now, something that's difficult to let go of, or something you're wanting to shift or change in your life and it's causing you suffering, I want to help you to surrender that, to release what's creating that within your experience and shift your energy back into a place of resonance, of peace, of stillness, of pure knowing who you are, what you are, of alignment to the truth of who you are, which is pure and infinite, loving awareness. It's peace, it's bliss, it's all the things you ever think are missing from yourself. That's what you actually are when you free yourself, when you surrender all the ideas and the energy that is keeping you from experiencing that within yourself. And the first thing I'm going to share with you is the most simple way to surrender, to come right back into the present moment, to right now. And that's just to breathe, focus in your heart, and let it go. Whatever it is, whatever the thoughts you're holding on to, whatever emotions, energy, story, patterns, just let it go. It's really that simple. Everything else is things you think you have to do to come back into what you are. But what you are is always here. The presence that you are, the I am, the pure source that you are, is right here. It's what you're always experiencing. But it's coming through these filters, these programs, these ideas, these energies, these thought forms, which are keeping you in a limited experience of yourself. And so just come into your heart, breathe, and let it go. Now this is simple, it's quick, it works, but it takes practice. You have to cultivate this ability. If that doesn't just bring you back into your state of pureness. But it probably can help you at least get a little space from what's going on in your life. So if you want to take it deeper, if you have something that's really just taking hold of you, and you can't surrender it, you can't stop the thoughts, you can't stop feeling terrible. This happens often, right? These things come around and we get stuck in these loops, these programs, these patterns. So I want to teach you a practice or some steps you can do to break free from that. And these will help you right now in this moment, but also can become a tool that you can use every day, every moment, whenever you're noticing anything that you feel like you want to surrender it. You feel that it's creating dissonance in your experience, making you feel terrible, and you want to come back to resonance, back to alignment. And this technique goes right into the energetics of alignment, and this is why it's so effective. This is what I do all the time. And even when I breathe and surrender, what I'm doing is coming back into the very core of consciousness within myself. And that's what I'm inviting you into. So the first step is to center, is to get connected. And by doing that, you focus your awareness in your heart, creating coherence. So focus your mind into your heart center and breathe. Just keep focusing there. You're not trying to change anything, not trying to fix anything, you're not trying to do anything about your circumstances. You're just focusing your mind into your heart center, energetic center, and feeling and breathing into that. And if you need to take that longer, maybe pause the video and do that for a moment. until you feel ready for what's next. And the deeper you allow yourself to get into this coherent state, the more peace and relaxed you can feel right now. But this process is a way to alchemize, to truly surrender, break yourself free from patterns and loops that keep taking over your life and your experience. So once you develop this core coherence, and core is an important word in this process, because these are the 4 steps, the C, O, the R, and the E of core. So the first is to connect or center. Coherence, it's that C in the heart. And now I just want you to feel if you can create some gratitude for anything in your life that makes you feel grateful, full of love, building that heart coherence. And just take a breath now, and breathing in, and breathe up to the very top of your head. You want to feel this coherence, this heart come up to the top of your head. And then breathing out, and you can do this in your own timing. Breathe down and feel your way through your body and down to the base of your spine and down to the earth. And then just hold that. And if you need to keep breathing and you just want to hold this lower energy, hold that. And you can do it also with your breath, breathing in up to the top and breathing out. What we're wanting to do is establish this heart and creating coherence up in the upper energy field and down in the lower. And you're just practicing this moving of energy and expanding this heart out. And if you can feel the top of your head and the base of your spine at the same time, just focus on that for a moment and just rest into that. This is creating this full coherent state of alignment of your consciousness. And right now, maybe you can barely feel it or a little bit feel what I'm talking about. Just practice this. Practice centering and expanding your energy. This is step 1. If you need to pause and practice that some more, do that. So the second step is the O in core. And that's to open. Now we're going to really actually investigate the energy of what's been causing you a problem in your life. And it starts with just being open. Open and observe what is. So if you think again now about whatever the issue is in your life, it's likely going to create more anxiety. You might have just developed some peace through that breathing and centering practice, and now by thinking about it, it's going to bring up the energetics in your field. That's what happens. This is the power that you are. You begin to discern that your intention, focus, energy, your mind creates feelings and energetics in your body. But so does going into the heart and creating coherence. It calms your whole system down. You have this power. This is what you're going to learn when you keep tuning in here to Be Source with me. And be Source. Learn to be Source. So we're opening to what is in your field. What are the thoughts? What are the feelings? How does that feel in your body? Can you feel into the places that tighten up? Can you ask them to open and expand a little bit? Can you reveal them a little more? Can you be willing to feel the feelings? Can you notice the thoughts? And keep staying centered in the heart. Just tuning into that inner alignment and observing what's here. And just allow it as much as possible. Imagine it's a little, a little suit, a little bubble of reality, and you take it and you just open it all the way up within yourself. Don't resist it. Don't resist the thoughts, but don't be them. Don't resist what you're feeling, but don't be that either. Be the awareness, the I am that's here experiencing, and you do that by staying tuned into the heart, staying tuned to the inner reality, and allowing everything to come, to open, to be here. It's okay. It's okay to feel everything you're feeling. Even if it feels terrible, if you can find compassion for that, for the stories, the thoughts, the energy. So if you need to pause and allow yourself more space to do that, do that. So then the third step is the R in core, which is to release and to realign and remember what you are. So now you've opened everything up. You've created a coherent state. You've opened what is. Now we're going to return to the heart. And either align with your breath, breathing in up to the top of the head and breathing down to the base of your spine and down below. Just start moving your awareness through your field, surrendering all thoughts and emotions and energy into this movement of energy flowing through your body. And just move your awareness up and down through your field. You can synchronize it to your breath. And you can let go of the breath and just move that energy through your field. And keep going with that until you really feel coherence in your whole body. This should begin to realign all the energetics of that story, that pattern, those emotions, that energy, back into your core alignment. Back into the truth of who you are. Just welcoming all in. There's a fire, there's an energy burning through you that is the consciousness that you are, your I am. And by welcoming everything in and moving energy through, you start to alchemize all of those patterns. And if things keep showing up, other thoughts, deeper layers of this, open that up and keep moving the energy through your field. And just keep doing this until you come to a place where you're like, okay, I feel deep stillness now and peace. And you can surrender the movement and just be present with yourself. See what's here right now. What is here right now? What's really true right here, right now? Just allow yourself to be with that. And if things are showing up again, just keep going through. You can go back through the process. These first three is a cycle, around and around and around. Connect into your heart, create coherence, open to what is, release it, and remember who you are. Connect again, get in the heart, create coherence, open to what is, what's the story now, what are you believing now, what are you thinking and feeling, what's going on in your field. Release it, realign it, bring it back, remember who you are, come back. This is the practice, this is the alchemy that you have, that you are as pure consciousness, because you're the I am that's before all these thoughts, feelings, emotions, energetic patterns, stories, programs. You see that your experience of reality is a technology, and you are the source of energy awareness that creates your experience inside yourself. This is the power that you are. And the more that you tune into this power, and the more that you use this practice, or the other things I'll be sharing here, helping you tune into that true self within. This is the power that you are. So how are you feeling now? So the fourth step then now is the step of real empowerment and embodiment, of experiencing what you really are and what you want to be experiencing right now in the moment. So the E in core, so you get connected and coherence, you open to what is, you release it, and remember what you are, you realign your energy, your field. Now, what do you want to experience? What do you want to embody right now? What's a really beautiful, higher, ideal truth that you can align to right now? Can you find a thought that resonates, feels really good? Can you feel it in your heart? Can you feel it in your body? Can you begin to be that right here, right now? And if in this process it creates other dissonant energies, thought forms, patterns, emotions, any of that, that's not what you're intending, you feel the dissonance of that, you can do the same practices again. Reconnect and open and release and come back to what do I intend right now? I tend to feel peaceful. I feel bliss. I feel inspired. I feel happy. I feel loved. I feel loving. I feel grace. I feel at home. I feel the one. I am the source. You get to decide. This is your place of total empowerment. This is where you're creating, because you've done the work, and this also takes time, like let's say across years or whatever, of continuing to do this kind of alchemy process of surrendering stories, patterns, energies, integrating them, realigning, coming back to who you really are. And the more you do this, the more refined your connection to the source, the more refined and expanded becomes your ability to embody the truth, to open your frequency, your bandwidth of access to source energy expands and expands the more you surrender all of these limited energetics. The more you just are an embodiment of that truth, and then what you desire to experience in the moment within yourself, you can create that. You can think the thought and feel it and be it right here, right now. Anything that you ever think is lacking in your life or missing, can you find the ideal of what you're wanting to experience and bring that in? I am love. I am abundance. I am free. I'm happy. I'm blissful. I am blessed. I am so grateful. I'm ecstatic. I get to choose. You get to choose. So there's the 4 steps of the core. And you begin to see, the more that you practice these, that you can just go right to it. Just go right through them all. Connect, open, release, and embody. Connect, open, release, and embody. Right here, right now. I am pure awareness, pure source energy of potential. I am the creator of my internal experience. And so it is. And then you surrender your need for life to reflect that, to show you that, and just be that right here, right now. And then see what flows into your life because of that. And when it's reflecting things that you want to change or that feel terrible and all of that, you do this practice. This is the golden ticket. This is the thing to do that will set you free and allow you to be source in any moment in your life. So, thank you for taking the time to tune in. If you want to develop your ability to do this more, make sure to subscribe and like and stay tuned, or reach out to me. There's channels to find me and to connect and work with me one-on-one, or I have a course coming out very soon, or maybe is out by now when you view this, that can help you to develop this practice, this core process within yourself, and also take you through 8 areas of your life, 8 key different aspects of yourself, to clear up the energy, the patterns, the stories, the programs. Be more intentional about this process by going through these different 8 aspects of yourself, creating greater coherence and alignment to the truth of who you are, and really living into what I'm sharing here as the power that you are to be source. So, thank you, and have a beautiful day.